Hi everybody, here are some conclusion examples from past students. So after you've done your airplane lab, you're going to write up how your experiment went, and you're going to be writing about your data. Okay, so this will be done after you get all your data taken down and you find your averages of each plane type. So let's say you do a newspaper airplane, a cardstock airplane, and a regular old construction paper airplane. Each one is thrown 3 times, and then you find the average of those 3 flights. Okay, so you should, come on here, you should be able to draw a graph somehow in some notebook somewhere, and this is how it needs to be set up. I'm giving you the answer. Paper type is on the x-axis. Okay, this is your independent variable. And you may not have magazine, cardstock, and computer paper. You may have 3 other different types. On the y-axis, you have distance in, we did centimeters that year. You could also do just meters, as long as you're consistent. It's not going to be flying 500 meters, I can guarantee you that. Okay. So let me stress, these are the averages that you are plotting. So the average distance flown for the magazine was this much, etc., etc. Then you also need a fancy title. The easiest way to title any graph is to say paper type versus distance, or the effect of paper type on distance flown. Okay, use your axes to help you make that title. If you want to be real fancy, you can include a key like this. Okay, this was a student, man, I think this student is a senior in high school now. Beautiful. Graph paper, if you don't have graph paper, don't sweat it. Just make sure your scale on the side is as even as possible. There's even a key down here. Okay, that was awesome, because he didn't think he could fit the word construction in there along with magazine and so on and so forth. Okay, so here are some reminders as you write your conclusion. You need to restate your hypothesis and make sure that that hypothesis addresses the question. A lot of students tend to write, such and such paper airplane will fly the best. Well, what does that mean? The highest, the farthest, the longest? You know, we're looking at paper type and distance flown. So please don't tell me that a certain kind flew the best, because that doesn't mean the same thing. Okay. Include and explain your data. Explain your averages. Tell me what happened. What was the average distance flown for each paper type? Was it windy? Did the wet, so one year it was super early and the grass was all wet, and so their planes got all wet and then they didn't fly that well in the later trials. Okay, I want details. You'll see what I mean here in a sec. Use transition words, first, second, next, then. Okay. In science, we do it all. We write, we do math, we read, and we think. So, and then finally answer this, was your hypothesis supported or not? Please do not say, my hypothesis was wrong. Get away from that language. Say, the hypothesis was not supported, or it was rejected. Okay? You can't be wrong. Alrighty? You can find data that doesn't support your hypothesis, and that's okay. Now you've learned something. Okay? Ooh, this is pretty blurry. But this was a very detailed write-up. I did give them some feedback here. The one that flew the furthest, he or she, I don't remember who wrote this, but we've got transition words. The results showed that, etc. The hypothesis was not spelled correctly, and this one didn't get the memo. My hypothesis was wrong because I predicted that cardstock would fly the farthest. So at least he did restate his hypothesis there. But that's what this is for. We're learning. Okay, this is a very short and sweet conclusion. I loved it. As predicted, the cardstock was best with an average of, and then they include their data there. The construction paper was a close second with an average of. Computer paper came in last. It's funny because it sounds like a race. So at least he addressed all those things. This was a decent one. This was funny because Mr. Beck came in and he threw the airplane a couple times, and so that could have affected their data. I love that that detail was given in there, but they did not include their averages, so there's something that could be improved there. Remember, you can pause and rewind and read these for yourself. Okay. Ooh, this one's hard to see. Remember that your conclusion should explain your results. So at the beginning, in our data, so each type was given. My hypothesis was proven wrong. At least this person is saying was proven, just because obviously the data didn't support it. Okay. And so on. You can pause me and read through if you like. But I hope you're getting the idea here. And that was just somebody was asking how to set up a graph last year. I hope this helps. Please tune in on Tuesday if you are curious about how to write a conclusion.